Okay, so hi, this is me. Recently I've been thinking a lot, and I've been thinking a lot about my reflection, and more importantly I've been thinking about my relationship with my reflection and whether or not this is having a positive or a negative impact on my mental health. This week I decided to put it to the test, and over the past 7 days I decided to completely give up my reflection. At the beginning of the week, I put down my self-confidence, happiness and self-esteem on this little scale thing here. So if you didn't know the difference between self-esteem and self-confidence is your belief in your ability to do things such as swimming, whereas self-esteem is the worth you place on yourself. So this is what I put for day 1, and for day 7 we will see. So watch till the end of the video.
So over the past 7 days, I decided to completely get rid of the ability for me to look in a mirror or my reflection, and I decided to go 7 days without looking at myself. So I guess first things first is getting rid of the mirrors that are in my room. Okay. So I'll hide this guy. So can I give you my mirrors? Dun, dun, dun.
So Helena is doing not looking in a mirror, and I'm doing constantly.
I'm bidding well to my reflection. Okay, point this down. And I'm gonna try not to look there, because if I look wrong, then I'll look weird. But I'm gonna, this is so weird, okay. I guarantee I'm gonna have some bad fringe times, but oh my God. I don't know where to look now. I'm gonna have to be careful when it comes to my phone. But it's now, yeah, 3:45. So hopefully this goes okay. See you later. In the first few days, I found it extremely hard to get out of the routine of constantly looking at yourself. Literally one of the first things I do in the morning is look at myself. And in the first few days in particular, it was really hard to get out of that habit. It's now day 1. I've already almost looked in the mirror so many times. I literally was going into the toilet between football and badminton explicitly just to look at myself in the mirror, and then I kind of got into the toilet and then I was like, oh crap, what am I doing? And then I didn't look because it was like further away, but I was like, the reason I was going into the toilet was explicitly to look at myself, which is weird. And I don't think I would have usually registered that as a thing until obviously I'm doing this. And then this morning I had a shower in darkness because there's a mirror right next to my shower. So that's fun. And so I accidentally looked at myself multiple occasions, in fact throughout this entire week, just out of pure instinct. It's day 2, and I once again have accidentally looked in my reflection today, but it's only for like a second when I accidentally do it. Like honestly, it's just instinct. It's so weird when you're actively trying not to look at yourself. You notice when you're doing it. And like yesterday in the gym, like obviously it's dark outside, so there's all glass outside, and I like kept almost looking at my reflection, then I was like, oh crap, I can't do that. Like it's just like instinct at the moment, so we've got to get out of that and see. And there are reflections everywhere. I have 2 mirrors in my room. I have a mirror in the bathroom, reflective surfaces in the, like on the microwave in the kitchen. When it goes dark, the windows become reflective and you can see yourself in the windows. Go downstairs in my hall, I've got another mirror before I leave. Come out of my door, there's always cars parked there, you can see your reflection. When you drive to uni, you can see your reflection in the mirror. When you get to uni, there's reflections everywhere because you've got windows, you've got to go into the bathroom. There's just reflections everywhere. We become so obsessed with wanting to know what we look like, even if it's subconscious. I just don't know what like the fascination is with having to look at yourself and have to constantly know what you look like. Over the week, my confidence definitely fluctuated massively, and I had some really good days and some really down days. Earlier in the week, I was feeling quite positive. It's kind of weirdly liberating. I don't know if that's too intense to say on day 2. And it's too early to really say like what the impact of it is. It's proving quite positive at the moment, but it's weird. That's the only way to describe it, because every day since I can remember, I've looked at myself in my reflection. So actively trying not to do that is very difficult. It's kind of making me think more about like why I want to look at myself, or like what I'm planning on getting out of looking at my reflection. Usually when I look in the mirror, I go, ooh, ew. Like a lot of the time when I look in the mirror, I question what I look like, or I look in the mirror and I'm looking to find issues. For example, if I have a spot, usually I'll look at myself to try and like look at it, and then every time throughout the rest of the day I'll then keep looking at that spot like as if it's gonna make me feel any better. That's just fueling like a negative thought. So because I can't look at myself, I can't see if I have any spots, or I can't see if my hair looks weird or I look tired or whatever, so I can't fuel any negative thoughts. Not doing that And not having the ability to do that was so beneficial to my mental health and my relationship with myself, because I didn't have that negativity every day, which I usually get, even if it's just like a little bit here and a little bit there. Basically, the way I can describe it is when you ask your friend how you look and they'll say, oh, you look nice, or you look X, Y, and Z, usually then, well, I then will go into a mirror and I will look for myself to see what I actually look like. And most of the time it's more negative than what my friend has just told me. So right now, because I don't have that ability to go and actually look at what I look at myself, I'm seeing myself through like my friend's eyes. Most days I'm picking out something, if it's a spot, if it's my eyebrows, if it's my fringe, usually it's the fringe. So it's my first time leaving the house. I'm wearing a hat because I don't know what my fringe looks like. I don't know what I look like. Fringe life, I tell you, fringe life when you can't look at yourself, that is an issue. And I'm a bit concerned that if I take it off then my hair's going to be ridiculous. As you can tell, my fringe is up because I don't know what it looks like and it's stressing me out a little bit. Hopefully my fringe doesn't look ridiculous for this entire video because I will be annoyed at myself. And there were definitely a few times, particularly towards the end of the week, where I felt a bit crap because I didn't know what I looked like, and so the anxiety of me was like, you're gonna look really bad right now. Today's probably the first time that I've thought that I actually wanted to look at myself. One, for my fringe, and two, because I just felt a little bit like, oh, I don't know what I look like. I think sometimes it's quite nice to like feel like really nice in yourself, have like nice hair or like put makeup on and stuff. Although you're not trying to change what you look like at all, you're just, sometimes it's nice just to like feel a little bit nicer. Obviously you should feel nice in like just the skin you're in. Can't deny that having makeup on or having like nice hair makes me feel just a little bit better sometimes. So like not being able to do that is, it's a little bit, not hard, because I don't usually put makeup on. I don't usually like make my hair look particularly nice, but it's just sometimes when I feel a little bit self-conscious, I guess, then it's nice to kind of be able to make yourself feel a little better. In the library earlier I was just like, oh my god, I think I look so gross, but like I had no reason to believe that because I couldn't actually see myself. But yeah, that's me. Throughout the week as well, I felt a little bit confused with how I was feeling, because although it was really beneficial, as I say, to not look in the mirror, there was also a part of me that was getting anxious because I couldn't look in the mirror. Today I'm feeling a bit weird. I can't work out if I'm feeling better or worse because of this. Sun, hello. Oh, I just look directly at it. It's quite calming in a way because I don't feel like I need to constantly look at myself, but now it's getting more to the like, I want to look at myself because I feel like I don't look good. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I have this compulsion to look at to see what I look like, because at the end of the day it doesn't matter what I look like really. I'm gonna get my nails done today though, so that'll make me feel good. I think that's what it is. I think sometimes when I look in the mirror I do feel good. A lot of the time when I look in the mirror I do feel good, so I think not looking in the mirror, can't work out if it's beneficial or not. I've got something in my teeth. Oh my god, I'm right. Cool. So the majority of the time I look at myself, I'm like, ugh. I don't know if that's necessarily what I feel, but that's just how I react. Sometimes when I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, yeah, you look sick. So I'm now, at the moment, I'm kind of working out what I say more. Like, do I look at myself and go, ooh, more than I look at myself? And like, I'm like, yeah. Do I have a good relationship with my reflection, or do I have a bad relationship with my reflection? Because if this week ends up making me feel worse, then perhaps I have a better relationship with my reflection than I realise. Or if it makes me feel better, then I need to stop being so self-critical on myself. But at the moment, I'm just a bit confused, shockingly. What I've established is that there's definitely pros and cons to looking in the mirror, and there are certain times that looking in the mirror can be quite nice and beneficial, but I don't think we need to look in the mirror as much as we do, or much as I do. This may not even be applicable to everyone else, but I look in the mirror quite a lot. While I was doing this challenge, I'm realising more and more that actually doesn't actually matter what you look like. People aren't going to treat you any different. If people do, then see ya. I guess when you're not looking in the mirror and you can't see, the reason you're feeling bad is because you're worried about what other people are thinking of you, because you don't have any justification that you do actually look bad. I don't really know if I'm making any sense, but the one thing that did kind of set me back a little bit, or knock my confidence a little bit more, was whilst I was in the gym. It's been okay today. I mean, I went to the gym this morning and my gym has one big fat mirror like across the entire thing, so I couldn't actually do that much while I was there without looking at it. Like, so like all my exercise I was doing were facing away from it, which kind of narrows it down a little bit, and like I couldn't spend a lot of time in the weights section obviously because there's one big fat mirror there, so it kind of made me not want to be there, to be honest. And also the one thing I hate about going to the gym and not being able to see what I look like is it's not really a look when you go to the gym. So all in in all, over the 7 days, my emotions were up and down like crazy. I didn't really feel that much of a significant difference until yesterday when I looked at myself again for the first time.
I swear, don't look, I'm leaving. Don't look.
I'm not looking. 20 to 4 on Sunday the 17th of November. I don't know if you can see that. I'm a bit nervous. I don't even know if I'm in it. Oh my god, it's me. Oh my goodness. Hello, Helena. This is so weird. That was the first time that I'd sort of actually seen myself, which is so weird. First time I'd seen myself properly in 7 days. This is so weird. And when I looked at myself in the mirror then, I felt much happier than when I'd looked in the mirror like the week before. I've actually been looking forward to seeing my reflection. This is odd behavior. Looking at myself made me feel nice, and instead of looking at myself and going, oh, I looked at myself and was like, yes, you don't look bad. I feel really good now. I feel happy that I can finally look at myself. I think that's what it is. That was very different to how it has been in the past, and although I do have a really comfortable relationship with my reflection, this whole experience has taught me the less you are attacking yourself and your reflection every day, the less you have those little negativities, the less you begin to feel them. And because I had 7 days without looking at myself and picking out flaws, by the end of the 7 days I looked at myself and I couldn't see any flaws. I don't look too bad. Whereas usually I would regardless, but I was just so relieved to see like my reflection that I couldn't see anything bad, which is mad really, considering almost every time you look at yourself you can find a flaw. So at the beginning of the week I filled out that little thing that I do, and it had my self-confidence, my happiness and my self-esteem on it. So I've done it again for day 7. Well, I've done it for now, so I've done it from day 7 onwards. So this is sort of, since having done that challenge and going on how I hope to keep it, put my confidence so low. I said this in the last one because I was really my productivity in my last challenge I did like this was really low at the beginning, and I said, oh, I think I was too harsh on myself, but maybe I'm not being too harsh on myself, and maybe there is a difference. So, well, everything has gone up a little bit. My self-confidence has gone up, which is surprising. No, maybe it's not surprising. As I say, my confidence went up and down throughout this entire week. Yesterday and today, I'm feeling much more confident in myself, and apparently compared to how I was last week as well. So my confidence has gone up, my happiness has gone up, and that doesn't surprise me because although I had those anxious days, it's so relaxing and so calming not to have to look at yourself. And from now, and now I'm like out of this week, my happiness has gone up because I've done something that I didn't think I'd ever be able to do before. Not looking at yourself is quite anxiety provoking. Regardless of whether or not you have anxiety, not looking at yourself for 7 days is quite anxiety provoking. So having gotten through that and realizing all my anxiety is irrational, I feel happier than what I did before. And my self-esteem has gone up, which is also unsurprising because, as I say, I haven't been able to pick flaws in myself. I haven't been able to have that negativity. I've just been allowing my body to kind of go through these anxieties and these feelings, but they're all irrational. But it makes me happy that everything has gone up, and these like challenges do make me happy. What a weird ass week. It's been emotional. Overall, we don't need to look at ourselves as much as we think we do. There are reflections freaking everywhere. Our society's weird, and a lot of the anxieties that you feel towards not looking at yourself are irrational. And I think everyone could go sometime without looking in a mirror. As soon as you start to look in the mirror and start to critique every little thing about you, that is when it becomes negative. And when you look at yourself as many times as I do, you are going to start to do that. And there's a lesson from this, and it's that we do not need to do that because it's not beneficial to us. There is no benefit to picking out flaws in yourself because you're just fueling those thoughts, and by fueling those thoughts they're not going to go. So when you stop doing that, they are going to eventually go, and you're not going to think those things anymore, and you are going to slowly break those thoughts down. I think that's the end of this video. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it's helped you in some way or another, or just been entertaining. I don't know. Let me know if there's anything else that you do to help improve your well-being and whether or not I can do it for a week. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and I will see you in the next one.